Hey guys,
Hello,
we're
how's everyone
back.
doing?
We're back with a bit of chaos.
Ba, ba, ba. For
Y'all, I
those of
hope
you who are joining us for the first time, I'm Nee. I almost said I'm Mel,
okay. What's happening? I'm Mel,
and I'm Nee.
clearly.
Sorry, guys. I have a bit of a migraine, so
You
a little
guys, don't be mad
discombobulated.
at us. I know y'all might be mad. We took a 2 weeks hiatus, you
We
guys. It
did.
was needed because
Life circumstances.
yeah, and I took a solo vacation trip to Arizona like for my birthday like graduation trip. So I was gone as well and just stuff be happening. But the solo trip is needed, guys. I felt very refreshed and it was good. I feel like everyone needs a solo trip in their life.
That you do.
Yeah, I was afraid too. I get really nervous when I have to eat by myself for some reason. I don't know what it is. It just feels like a very awkward thing. So it was like a test for me going on a solo trip. Like, and specifically, I will say like eating. I was fine the rest of the time. Like, I was lounging by the pool, reading and stuff. That was fine. But I don't know. Just eating at a restaurant, that was a big test to my anxiety.
Girl.
It was, I'm not kidding. Something about eating at a restaurant. I
Yeah.
wanted to like just take stuff and bring it back to my room, but I challenged myself to eat.
Usually when you eat alone, like people will always pay for your food. I think it's a way of like feeling bad for you.
Okay, well, I didn't even go to actual order with a waiter restaurant, like sit down at a table. It
Oh,
kind of was
okay.
like, yeah, I don't know. That might would have been too much for me.
I'm not gonna lie. One time I went to yeah, for those of you who don't know, Cracker Barrel is like one of my
That's
favorite
my
restaurants.
favorite restaurant. Okay, in the comments, can y'all say if their syrup tastes like anything? Because it tastes like water to me.
I love it. I need
Water.
like 4 bottles of it. And like one time I went by myself. Well, I was meeting up with one of my guy friends, and he was taking so long. And I think like they thought I was getting stood up, which I'm like, he's coming. He lives in Maryland. He'll be around the corner. Like he's coming through the Plata right now. And so, anyway, I think they thought I was getting stood up. So the man was like, "Well, I'll just pay for your food." I was so embarrassed. And then he pulled up, and when they realized that he was white and not black, then they got a little crazy on me, and we kind of got the eyes. And I was like, "All right," but yeah, he was like, "Well, I'll just pay for your food, honey. Order whatever you want." I'm like, "Sir, I'm okay. Like,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
coming."
Oh my goodness. That brings me to a one time when I was messing with the old thing back in the day and we ate at like the Chinese restaurant one time like at Hunan. But
Y'all ate at Hunan?
yeah, and I'm like I do not eat inside Hunan. Like we get this shit to go. But shout out to Alan. but
Hey,
but uh it was this like white couple staring at us and like he got so mad. I didn't pay it no attention because I feel like we get stared at pretty often and I do in general. I don't know if people stare at me just because like I'm tall, a tall woman. So
yeah.
sometimes I just think that's what it is. And I do not look at people honestly when I'm doing anything. But he was like going off and I didn't realize. I'm like, people really care about that? Okay. Cause why does it bother you? Crickets? Okay. Just don't. I don't know. And I guess I grew up like seeing interracial couples sometimes. Like it's not weird for me to be around an interracial couple. Like it's normal. I have a lot of mixed cousins. It's just I don't know. Girl,
Like he going off at the because somebody standing at y'all and Hunan, he definitely did that. Whatever she said he did on that paper, he did
girl,
it.
girl.
He did it. If you going off like that in Hunan, like you did that.
No, no, no. This was. I mean, the first guy, he a little crazy sometimes too. He more composed, but he a little dilly himself.
I didn't really know him on like an intimate level or like a personal level. Like I knew him, but like not to that extent.
If we're being honest, I guess I didn't either. So there's that.
Well, he don't know himself, so there's that. Hey,
Clock it,
not too much on my nails though. I gotta find a new nail tech. I
girl.
found
It'll be all right.
a one today. Actually, I found a
Did
spot
you?
today, so
Okay.
I ain't going to look at that price list, but
Hi.
it probably is. I just want to let y'all know. I went to so the other day I went to Aldi and I was like, oh, this Aldi a little rough. You know, it's busy in this area. I'm not feeling it. I'm not vibing. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the other one down the street. This one look newer. Y'all, while we go to the other Aldi, go in there. I'm only in there for two things. I grab what I need I get in line and the line wrapped around the first freaking aisle. No self checkout. I'm going back to the ghetto one.
Hey,
I
you
cannot
gotta
stand
do
in
what
that
you gotta
line.
do.
And
It be
everybody
like
was
that.
like, "I'm sorry, we're gonna open up lane 3 in a minute, sir. It's only lane this. It's one lane open, and both line. Like, what are we doing?" It was so crowded. Oh my gosh, it was so crowded.
I feel like that's most stores now in general. Because even before we started like boycotting Target, like how they would shut down the self checkout and they would have like one or two lines open, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what's happening? Talking about people be stealing. Okay, it's rough out here.
It, I was telling Mel yesterday, I had like a bunch of events taking place, and one thing that I noticed was, first of all, there was a lady that was walking. A storm came up, like a storm came up out of nowhere. There was a lady that was walking, and she clearly had a disability. It was very clear. And she was struggling to push her infant child stroller, but then it just a downpour hit out of nowhere. And this woman was just trying to get to safety with her child, but she couldn't run, unfortunately. And it genuinely broke my heart. I had never felt such sadness before than seeing that baby just sitting there screaming, getting poured on, and she was trying to keep like the umbrella of the stroller over the child, but the wind was blowing, a storm was brewing, so it was just like blowing it back. It was genuinely so sad. And then I ended up going to the Dick's Sporting Goods over in the area, and there were these guys out. It was like 4 or 5 guys and these other girls, and like they had all these bags around, so it was obvious like they were homeless. And I mean, they were just chilling in like the little bus. I guess you call it like a bus station. I don't know. Y'all know the thing where you
Yeah,
sit like waiting for the
it's a
buses.
bus station.
And yeah, and they were like waiting, and then all of a sudden the cops like fly like they're the cops are on the same side of the highway as me. They do a bus U-turn and like throw the lights on them, and it's like literally jumps out the car like they were committing a crime because they were trying to sit under the little bus thing. I'm like, that is insane. And then I ended up going to Walmart later that evening, and I saw these two black guys. They looked so young, like they couldn't have been any older than me, and they were just sitting there with all their bags and stuff. And they weren't asking for any money or anything, but you could tell they were in distress. Like they were looking like, where are we supposed to go? It's about to storm. It just yesterday was rough. Like it was genuinely like one of the saddest days ever, because I'm not used to homelessness. You know what I mean? Like we don't have that where I'm from. It's a small town. It's just not. It's non-existent. Like yeah, there might have been a few people every now and again, maybe in all the years of my life, but like moving to the city and seeing that, that is a big like culture shock for me. Genuinely, like seeing it where I reside breaks my heart. Like genuinely, breaks my heart.
It's really sad because prices are just going up
Yes.
and they're just trying to implement more and more like laws that hinders us, and it's just like where's the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's just
Yeah.
like it's nowhere to be seen right now. It's like a very scary time. And
No, because I
meanwhile, what?
dead ass like sat there and read those bills that they passed the other day. Like I didn't finish reading it, but I have, I bookmarked the link because I'm like, I want to see. But let me tell y'all something. One of the bills that is really disturbing to me is
School
that,
loans?
hmm,
What one?
what'd you say?
I said the school loans.
Okay, school loans, yes, but there's two styrofoam cups. Chick-fil-A, please bring back your
Wait,
styrofoam cups.
be serious.
I'm not even about to play.
We
Them
got
paper
stuff really going on. But I don't like them cups.
them paper cups, and it like cuts down half the size. I'm used to getting my full size cherry Coke.
But I
Okay,
think it's just Virginia that did
it
that, right?
is, but I mean, I guess I could drive into DC, but then I gotta get a
True.
paper
That's true.
straw. Like getting on 95 was supposed to be a 10-minute drive, ended up being a 45-minute drive. I don't know. Just bring it back to Virginia.
You were going to say something so serious.
But my other one is serious. The other one is, it is the fact that they are forcing parents who are doing content with their children to put the money that is earned in a trust
Wait,
fund.
is it every single penny? Is it a portion?
I got to do some more research on it because that's all I read.
Well, I remember when the California one was coming out, and that's why a whole bunch of creators moved to
Yeah, you
Richmond.
were
But I
telling me
think,
about that. I did not hear about
yes,
that.
but I think it was a portion. Now, I don't remember how much. It clearly had to be a hefty amount if that made people move from a state to freaking Richmond,
Yeah.
Virginia, because that's wild behavior. But Yes, but they were passing a whole bunch of stuff, and the student loans, like, to be making requirements to get the Pell Grant, make it like more complicated. That's weird behavior. To make the amount that parents can take out with the plus loan like less. That's weird
Yeah.
behavior. Like to be pushing us to take out private loans so our interest rate can be high as hell is like very weird behavior. And I'm just like, people are still acting like stuff is normal and just like, he's getting rid of the immigrants, he's getting rid of the immigrants, but y'all don't care about what else he like. I don't understand what's happening. Like I don't. And the illegal immigrants aren't hurting you. I don't know. It's just getting like very weird that y'all are trying to say one situation is better than the other when clearly this is affecting you way more than the illegal immigrants. I don't know. It's just I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it is nutty. Even like in regards to the Parent Plus loans, I think that's weird behavior too because the vast majority of us who want to go to college, our parents don't even qualify for that Parent Plus loan. They might not even
My
have the
mom
credit
didn't when I
to get a
yeah.
Parent Plus loan. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it it does feel like a targeting. I'm not gonna lie.
Just
I'm gonna say
low and
people
lower class
low income in
people.
general. Yes,
Yes,
people.
because
Yeah,
that's where stuff's is messed up when lower class white people are trying to be like against the we just need to band together because I'm not even gonna go into that today because I feel like we do that a lot, but like we need to stop the divide. Like it's lower class versus the rich, okay? It just needs to stop. And y'all people that think y'all middle class, y'all are
I
low
was getting
class.
ready to say it.
Y'all are
I was
low
actually getting ready to say it.
class.
For those of you who believe that you are, because I got a few, listen, I got a few people in my circle that truly believes like,
They're rich.
and they got a pot to piss in. It's wild. Like, I'm like, we are in the
No
same page right now.
assets.
None. Like, and if they do got an asset, they just got it and they're not young. So I'm like, there's no, you built no equity with this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not
Ooh.
giving, I don't know. And maybe I'm harsh and I'm like, let's
No,
be honest.
it's
There is no
real.
middle class anymore. We've established this. The middle class has since gone out the window. If you ain't got it like that,
But
you're low class.
Reagan
Yeah.
literally had implemented the stuff to start getting rid of the middle class. Like that's what happened, okay? But yeah.
Ronald Reagan?
Yeah. And we got Ronald Reagan part 2 going on. But
Not the part two.
part 2, okay? And maybe worse.
El parte?
Like for all this stuff to be going on in the first 6 months is like it's crazy. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's a very scary thing. Oh, I
It
have to
is.
talk about the book Ripe I read by
Yes.
oh, is it Callie or Carrie Rose Etter? I don't know. Look it up. It's called Ripe, but it is like one of my favorite books I have read this far this year, and it is like about a girl named Cassie and she has a tech job and she goes and she puts on this front and she's like uppity and like she put like in the book she literally is like I had to put it on or whatever like her fake persona. And when she goes home she like it's homeless people on the street. It's based in San Francisco, and it's like homeless people on the street, and she's like sad looking at it. She's living paycheck to paycheck, but she has to keep going to work and acting like everything's okay. She can't afford anything. She's shopping at the discount stores, like getting almost expired food items and all that. And like her life is just rough, and it doesn't like get better because it's life. Like you keep going through the same cycles and I don't want to spoil it in case someone wants to read it, but she has a lot going on just personally. So on top of just being sad and thinking about capitalism and then they also point out like how people are unaware. Like she gets on her little train in the morning or subway or whatever, and there are people that's just like ready for the day and just like, oh yeah, and she's like, they don't even realize what's going on in the world. And it's like that's really how real life is. Like I look at people and like y'all are blinded. Like y'all do not understand what the bigger picture of the world. Like they're so trapped in their little community of like just thinking like I just gotta work and I'll be rich if I keep working at it, get rid of this debt, and like not realizing it's a trap type thing. But yes, the book.
Right, I added that to my TBR
I'm
today.
telling you, I love
Well,
it.
I added it yesterday. Added it yesterday. I plan on
You
reading it.
guys, I also read No Holds Barred if y'all watch Decisions. So if y'all need a little spice, check it out. Check it out because it's good.
Not some spice.
Side note on spice talk, sorry, this is like not a part of anything, but why is it that like the least freaky guy that you ever mess with always wants the threesomes and like keep bothering you for it? And I'm like, what are you going to do with two women if you can't handle one? I don't get it.
I don't know.
And I'm like, you can really be into that, and that's fine if your partner like. But for me, for someone to keep like trying to like coerce me into a threesome that I don't want anything to do with, and I'm just like, your sex game is literally weak. I'm like, I cannot wrap my head around why you're the one that wants a threesome. Like, I've been messed with men that are like, hey, it could be very adventurous. I don't know. But with you, why would I want to bring a woman in and you embarrass me? Like, for foreplay game, not even good. You don't even have that.
Girl, what they say?
What?
I was just thinking in my head when I read this post one time, and it was like, if he be rubbing that joint like he trying to start a fire, and I know somebody who be starting fires. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I used to fake it till I made it, but thank
And
God it
I'm
wasn't a
done
lot.
doing that.
Yeah, I'm not doing it no more either.
And I used to really be faking. Like, why was I doing that for the male ego? I'm so over the male ego, but for sure.
Starting fires out here.
But even when I got approached with like this threesome thing again, like I let him know I was like, I'm sorry, sir, but you just don't even last long enough to even bring another woman in. Like I am so confused. Like I was trying to like be nice because it's a delicate situation right now, but I'm also like, you need to realize you're not that guy.
Period.
End of discussion. Thank you.
Mic drop.
No, for real, because it's like starting to creep me out. Why do you think you're good in the bedroom? Okay, but new topic.
He probably watching this right now, like, oh, I hate her.
He wouldn't. I don't even care at this point. He still would bother me, you know. One of the topics we wanted to talk about is like how we differ from like the older generation. Yeah, do you want to start?
We don't want to work. I don't. There's no
Facts.
other way of saying it. I don't want to work ever.
Facts.
They want to hustle. That hustle culture is for the birds. I don't want to work.
Because I don't want to grind.
I'm also not staying with no man that's treating me like shit just because he paying the bills. Goodbye.
And miserable.
I'm also not letting my man go out here and cheat and come home while he bring the money home.
You
Sir,
know,
you
Couldn't Be Me by Jesse Reyes. Okay, sing it, girl. But yeah, I agree. And then they don't have enough money for you. You have to really have money for me to be in a miserable relationship. And I mean money that I can go do what I
yeah, $1
want.
million should be in my bank account and just mine.
Yeah. Like literally anything I want, I got it. That's the only way.
$60,000 a year ain't enough for you to be out here cheating and coming home.
I mean, big facts.
And you're not even driving a nice car?
Okay. All
No,
right.
I need to be driving a G-Wagon at that point. A Porsche. What they
Okay.
say, Porsche.
It's a Porsche. Yeah, we learned that. We was too broke to know that, but now we
Yeah,
know.
like what? No, I'm not doing that dumb stuff.
No, I agree. Like I already am just like I'm one of the people that really cannot imagine having someone right now live with me and I'm with them the rest of my life. Like I'm really that person. I know maybe it's something I need to work on, but I'm just someone in my personal space every single day right now. I can't imagine. And maybe in a couple years I'm like the love of my life. They're here. I love you. I want you to stay with me. I'm going to be cuddled up with you all day. I don't know. Maybe I'll change, but like me right now, I can't. But you gotta have money for me to even like if you're not the man that I want, You better have the money. I don't know. It's nothing around it. And if not, you got to go. You're not even worth it. I don't like for you to not be a good person. Now, if you are literally the love of my life and you are making like, we gotta have a price point. Ooh, it's like if you say a number, like in my mind, I'm like, you gotta be making at least 75,000 a year. But starting off right now where I'm at, it's like I feel like I can't be like asking a man to be going above and beyond if they're still building like I'm building. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Now, if I meet a man and he's like already put together and he just has hella money, that's fine. But like if we're like they're like me right now and we're building and trying to get where we need to go, because like I'm about to go back to school to do what I really want.
But I feel like this is the scary thing. Like we legit got to make sure they are actually building because a lot of men will make it seem like they're
Do
going to do,
you know me?
especially when they hear you talking about something, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to do that too." And it's like I know like one thing that really used to bother me is when I'm like trying to be fit, trying to be healthy, and like I'm like I'm going to eat better, and then you're like, "Well, let's go out and eat here." That we're supposed to be doing this together. Like I need you to be on the same page as me. And when I say the same page, I genuinely mean the same page.
I mean, yeah, but I don't can't talk about nobody else. People don't pull a trick over my head.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you things where I'm like, "Nee, that's a red flag." That's me. So I know if someone has work ethic to like I can handle someone making like 75,000 a year and they're like maybe got to take some extra classes to go get
Yeah, go
like
to
their
school.
masters and they working and then taking classes at night type thing. We can start building up, then we get to six figures. I'm making six figures. Boom. Like we can make it.
I told one of my homeboys not that long ago, I was like, I'm never dating outside of my educational bracket again. So that means if you don't have a bachelor's, don't talk to me or a trade of some sort. But like when you have absolutely nothing and then I'm trying to go back to school and it's like,
But what if someone's like self-made, like in a company and they didn't necessarily go to school? Like,
that might be okay.
yeah.
But I
I
need
mean,
that
it's
bitch.
like different scenarios, I
Because
guess.
I felt like he was immediately like, oh, but there could be somebody so smart out there, like got it together and you're just not gonna date them because they're not in your educational bracket.
I mean, we're talking about like we don't want no drug dealers no more.
Yeah, like that. Thank you.
We don't want no hood niggas that doing
No,
stuff illegally and you can't put anything in your name because you
nope.
don't have an
Okay,
actual real
okay,
pay
okay,
stub.
okay. You're getting heated.
Because at some point, like I just feel like guys need to be humble. Like I cannot handle like someone throwing something in my face like they have this and that, but like you have no foundation to do anything with it. Like you literally cannot go put anything in your name. What are we doing? And then at that point, I feel like you using me and I can't get caught up. Because for me to be getting this far in my life and you bring me down, now you just gotta go. Now you gotta die. Yeah.
See
Toodaloo.
you on the other side.
Okay? Okay. Because there's no way I can let a man bring me down right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's wild behavior.
I
And
also do feel like when you and this could be the same way for or this could be for anybody honestly, sometimes when you like shed dead weight like really blessings really do open up. I'm not kidding, like
mhm.
doors will open that were previously closed and it is mind-blowing to me because you don't realize it in the moment. You just want everything to be like you want what your heart or what your I guess essentially your flesh desires, but then it's like oh, but such greatness has occurred once I just released these one few things, you know what I mean? But yeah, no.
I agree. It's everything's a learning process. It's just I feel like you get smarter every time something happens. Like you're like, I seen this before, it's going in the same direction, cut it off. Cause I just feel like the
Yeah.
right man act right. You don't gotta keep coaching. I don't know. It's something about keep hand walking. Like, why am I holding your hand?
Yeah, why do I have to be the mom? And then it's like I don't want a mom. Well, then be a man. It you're a boy, you need a mom. You're a man, you don't need a mom.
But you're a boy because you're not leading. It's the not lead. I just don't want to have to come home and be like, oh, what's our goals? Like, just lead. You talk about the goals sometime. You lead with the goals. And what did you do to start getting to the
You don't want to
goal?
hear but I mean, boys don't want to hear that because it makes them anxious and they got to deal with this and it's a nag and it's this. And I'm like, just shut the up. Like, shut up. Be a man, grow the up. That's what I want to tell. That's what, and I would never have the balls to say something. Old me. I don't give a anymore. I'm tired of being nice. Grow the up. Be a man. That go for all them niggas.
Oh, okay. Side note. I know you're not like watching Love Island, but just
I be
a,
watching on TikTok.
just a little recap. So it's like this. Her name's Olandria. Landria. She's more poised, whatever. So the guy she want, Taylor, he the little country man. She been wanting. They've been teamed up since the start. Another girl come in. Her name's Clark. She more chill, like pretty girl, glammed up. Alondria's bad. She a baddie too, but she just seemed more like poised. I don't know. But anyway, Taylor goes, Clark is just like more chill, like I'm more relaxed with her. And so Alondria's like, how old are you? Because, like, you don't want the structure. You want to go and be with someone who you can just lay around with and be like, "Mhm, yeah, yeah. That's how they be like having conversations, like, mhm, mhm, like not talking about anything. And he's like, I don't know, I can just be myself with her.
Yeah, please.
Yes, and like I don't know, you saying that just literally remind me like I don't know, this season of Love Island is low key a little triggering, especially like for the black women for me because I'm just like it's really our slim pickings.
So I haven't watched it yet, but I did log into Netflix and I was like, I might actually glance at it a few times.
Girl, that
I
shit
mean,
on
I
Peacock.
it's on
The
Peacock.
new season, the old season is on Hulu, I think, but the new season's on Peacock.
I actually have Peacock.
Okay, because Netflix is wild. Because I don't even think Netflix might have it. I don't know. It's probably the old ones. It's not definitely not the new season.
Oh shit. Well then, yeah, I can watch that. I have Peacock actually.
But this season's just watch the last season on.
Story of my life, searching for the right. Sorry,
Okay, I guess we can stop bashing men now. We did. We literally brought up our
we
topic.
didn't bash anybody. I mean, at least I didn't feel like we bashed men.
No, but I don't want to be like, male
Men
hater.
in today's world are very feminine. They're not men. A lot of men. I'm not saying all of y'all. So if you feel if you feel like the shoe fits, honey, wear it. Okay, that's always my favorite line. But I just feel like there's no masculinity in men anymore. Everything is so hard. We're so annoying because we want a full package. We're not asking for a full package. We're just asking not to have to raise a man.
Yeah,
Can't raise a
yeah. I
man.
genuinely just want to coexist with someone and not literally not babysit. Like I just want you to like be like me, like on your shit and get it done and make moves to like put yourself in better situations so we're not homeless on the street because everything's going haywire right now. Like that's it. That's all I want.
Yeah. I don't want no man that's
And
gonna be
treat me
sitting around.
good cuz cuz some men hate their women and it's visible.
Yeah, they do.
Like it's actually visible and it's a little scary. I'm like, "Oh, y'all don't pick up that energy." Okay. I do feel like they really be hating. Okay. Anyway, we were supposed to be talking about how we're different from the older generation, which I mean, I
And
guess
that, my
that's
friends, is how we're different.
yeah, because I mean, that's the first thing that like my grandparents didn't, but they stay like with their significant other through thick and thin and whatnot. Like, I mean, they out there cheating, they acting like nothing's going on. The old men were creepy, the wives acting like they didn't see anything. I'm like, I know you heard about your husband in these streets. And they just turn a blind eye. They just get in the bed with them at night. Crazy behavior.
Couldn't be me.
Okay, Jesse Reyes.
I'd be behind bars.
I mean, I do think like nowadays people still be with cheaters, let's be real, but I do think it's like it happens less, but some people still just
And I do think there could be a chance of like true forgiveness. It obviously takes a lot of work. It obviously takes God, I'm sure, and prayer and healing and so much more. Um, I just think about one of my just a old friend's dad, and and how he used to talk about being a cheater, and he likes the adrenaline rush of cheating and stuff like that. And he's like, he ain't never gonna he's never gonna change that. So he enjoys the feelings. I don't know. Once a cheater, always a cheater sounds pretty valid.
I Like the people that be having full out like relationships with other people, I think that is wild. Like I would never be able to forgive someone. Like potentially if I had a partner and they had like a one night stand type thing and like didn't connect, like never talked to the person again, like potential I mean, I say potentially could get over it, but I know myself and I probably wouldn't. But like that's like maybe could work out. If you're having a side relationship where it's like you actually love this
Okay. Not the
what? I'm like I cannot handle like knowing you want someone else. Like at that point, I feel like you don't want me. You want the other woman if you feel like it's worth risking everything we have so you can just like go and cheat because at that point you can get sex from your woman. So what are you getting from the other woman? You have an attachment to her. You love her. And then they're gonna be like, it's just sex. No, it's not.
they think the grass is green on the other side because they can go over there, do whatever they want, and not have to deal with the responsibility of being the man. You know what I
But
mean?
you're
Like,
coming back home and you
y-
still
you
have
are.
look, I don't get it.
You are. Well, they are. They actually are.
Understand.
It's a thrill. I told you my friend's dad was like, he enjoyed the adrenaline rush of doing something and maybe getting caught. And I'm like, all right, whatever floats your boat. And also just talking to older men too. Something else that stood out was talking to like older men and them sharing like, yeah, I loved her, but I wasn't in love with her. Like I just married her. Don't do that shit to me.
No, because I'm telling you, there's even like a guy that is married now but still like be sending stuff on I blocked them on stuff like deleted them off my social media and whatnot but like you're married and you're still sending stuff and like asking for pictures and whatnot and like your whole married and I'm like your wife don't even know like leave me alone but I just do never want that to be me.
Yeah.
It's just men are just annoying and I was in the military so that just don't help at all because the military was a wild place filled
Yeah.
with cheaters.
Don't I know? And I wasn't even enlisted. I found out the hard way, let me tell
Oh my
you.
gosh, it's so like scary. And
But
um
I mean, I get it, I guess. You travel and stuff, you get tempted, and like I get it, but I don't want no parts of that. No, thank you.
yeah. And I'm like, and I just feel like
For my sanity.
when you're younger, it's more I do feel like it could be a thrill to do that. Like I done did my dirt, clearly. I ain't never cheat first. But once you get old, like now, my age now, I don't leave me alone. I don't want you. If you want someone else, bye. It's no fighting. It's no, like quite literally never talk to me again. Goodbye. It's because even the last guy I talked to, as much as I was like, oh my God, I want this to work, haven't talked to him since. Never reaching out. Old me would have been like,
He'll reach out.
I was just thinking about you, like trying to like nudge it so we can not happening. No,
He'll reach out. He was just an avoidant. Therapy knee.
I'm not feeling it. But if you say so,
He'll reach out.
you think?
They always do.
Yeah, but this seems different. He was supposedly more mature, so I don't know. I just feel like it was different.
What was his age?
Young?
Told me everything I need to know. Them young ones put on the image. They know how to act like they mature, but then you really you
No,
learn
this
quickly.
we had this wasn't like faking it. I promise you.
Intellectual talks, but relationship wise, that
Okay,
frontal lobe ain't developed. You know
fair
what I
enough. Fair
mean?
enough.
He could be have like a
Fair
very
enough.
intellectual person, but
Yeah, he
that
definitely looked
brain got to develop.
emotionally intelligent, and
But
I
then
think
it's also confusing because there are women. So, for example, my little sister, who is very much married, and they're young.
mhm,
Michaela is younger than us. Aaron is younger than us, and it's like, but he's very mature. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So it is a little,
yeah. And
I guess, one of a kind.
I'm telling you, like it was different. I can't pinpoint. I have my theories, but I'm also like I'm not making excuses for a man anymore. So it is what it is, though, because
Yeah.
that was a thing I used to do. I used to be like, um, they don't really know how to express themselves. Like they don't know.
Yeah.
Like they miss me, but like don't know how to say it. Like over here really being mental in the head.
But I also feel like too something that plays a major part in just relationships, but not only relationships, like life in general, is what they see with their family members. So if you come from a line of family members who divorce or don't communicate or just all these issues, you're going to do the same thing. It's learned behavior. You've learned it consciously and unconsciously.
Okay. I can
So like people are fearful, like if your parents suffered a divorce, you're going to be fearful of marriage because you think it's going to end in a divorce. So you're going to avoid anything that leads to anything serious.
and okay, so I think this is where I have always messed up because I'm a very aware person, and I feel like it's one of my quirks that at sometimes it's an amazing thing and then at other times it's not because to me, I see patterns really easily. It's probably the ADHD, but I literally know what's happening and so I'm like, "Oh, no." So, I feel like I get irritated like when you said people see their parents and they repeat stuff, I don't understand that because I see it and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta change this." So when people follow the footsteps, I can't understand that because it doesn't make
But they're
sense.
not hypersensitive like
Yes,
you
and
are and
I
like
get
we
that.
are.
Like
Yeah.
I under in my growing stage, I now know that like not everyone sees the world how I see the world. And and sometimes I feel like I need to pinpoint it out. Like even sometimes with you, I even feel bad. I'm like, I don't want to be like a I told you so person, but sometimes I be wanting you to understand, like, remember when I told you this, and you didn't see it, but see how
Yeah.
it lined up? Like, I feel like sometimes I'm like an I told you so person, but I just want you to see how I saw it playing out.
Right.
And but I do feel like I'm really good at that because I actually tell people if there's a path they want to get to in life, I'm really good at figuring out how to get to your next step in life as well. Like if you tell me like what you want to get to in life and you tell me like what's happening where you're at, I can tell you a game plan quick. And it's I'm not kidding like I'm like you
To
can
be
do
a life
this.
coach.
Yeah.
I thought about that before.
Cuz I really am. I'm like, you know you can do this and go and get this and then you're like set, right? But I don't know. But yeah, it's funny you say that they repeat patterns. That just makes me think.
Yeah. Think
Oh
about it.
gosh. So I need to find someone that is like me.
No, you just need to find someone that has done the work. I mean, we could end up with somebody that comes from our same background. They just need to have done the work. We did the work, so why should we mess with somebody who hasn't done the work? They're just going to take us back
Yeah,
to the beginning, and it's not fair. But
that just
no,
made me
we
think.
are everything is just learned behavior. Psychology is really mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like it really is. When you sit down. Also, I don't know if you guys have read this, but I'm reading a book called All About Love by Bell Hooks, and it's so good. In fact, I had to order the hard copy,
Huh?
um, because I just had so much bookmarked on my Kindle, and I'm like, I need to highlight this in person. It's just too good, and it talks about the psychology behind like love.
When I was going through like my deep in my healing, I was like doing jigsaw puzzles and I played the audiobook of
Hmm.
that. Like it was very like and I remember she was like if it's not making you happy, there's no God in it. Like like that's the part that like stuck out to me. Uh but yeah, I don't know. It's always a lot to think about. I just feel like getting a relationship is so scary. And I'm like, I feel like maybe that's why I don't attract people too, because I feel like I am afraid in a sense, like someone's just going to come mess me up. Because please just don't. Okay, so back to topic at hand of like how we differ from the older generation. And besides like relationships, I do feel like we just our makeup because I feel like we're even different from what are we? We're millennials. I feel like we're different from Gen Zs, like too, like each generation, like our makeup is different, like with how our approach to things. I feel like we voiced our concerns more than the older generation. I feel like the older generation just like whatever someone told them, like if it was like this is how it has to go, we have to stick with it. And we're kind of we were raised to start doing that, and then we kind of like we're like, wait, it's not making sense, and we were kind of in limbo of like damn, we're supposed to get a corporate job, but damn, we're not having fun doing this. You want us to do this until we're 65? Then we're going to die in 20 years. And if we make it to 85, because that's not even guaranteed. So you want us to be old as hell trying to enjoy retirement. That doesn't make sense to us. And then like I feel like the Gen Zers are just like hell no, we're not going for it. Like they
Yeah.
are a different breed. But yes, I feel like we were stuck in a limbo of doing what our parents said or doing what we thought was right. And now we're like realizing that makes zero sense. And now we're kind of, some of us are stuck, some of us are trying to get unstuck, some of us screwed their life away, and it's going to be really hard for them to turn it back around, type thing, type shit.
Yeah. Okay, not type shit. No, that's true. I know too, like just thinking one thing that always was a big deal for the older generation was keeping a job. Dude, like when I say keeping a job, I don't mean like make sure you're always working, but like staying with the same company for X amount of years. And I'm just like, but I'm not doing that. And the vast majority of us know that you can switch careers like every 2 years and get a higher pay grade versus if you stay at that same company and just work.
They recommend
Like
that now.
yes, and, like, I know for me, like, I recently resigned from my job and, the big dog one of the big dogs is like, "So you just gonna resign without a job?" "Yeah." "Yeah, what do you mean?" And I'm like, we figure it out around here. It's never gonna be don't ever get it twisted." But he was like, "Oh, I wish I could do that." I said, "Oh, you can, just have faith. Just quit. You'll figure it out. You'll hustle hard enough and not hustle
Yeah.
culture, but you'll figure it out
I
to
agree.
make sure you have some income coming in." Yeah, you just figure
Yeah,
it out.
it lines up. Like, I mean, you have just an announcement, have some type of game plan. We're
Girl.
literally not saying just be stupid. Okay, let's. She can go find another job. Let's put that disclaimer out that she's not saying go from some job and you don't even have a degree and you can't just hop into another higher paying job.
Yeah, no.
Let's put that little disclaimer out there. But I do agree because I just feel like I'd be fearless.
I just know when I was like, I'm gonna resign. They're like, oh, but just stay in like even every year I thought about resigning. Everybody be like, stay another year, or just stay. And I'm like, but there's nothing else here for me. Like I don't have a reason to stay. And honestly, even when I talk about like I can't wait to get out of teaching, or when I was like I can't wait to get out of teaching, everybody be like, no, you're so good. But I'm like, but I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. Like I know this, and then it's like
And if you can't say it, I'll say it because they don't be
I
raising
mean,
their
TikTok has
kids.
said it. It is no secret. Like,
Okay, well, let me reiterate that people do not raise their kids and then they show off in the classrooms and they have no home training because people think that gentle parenting just means like let your child run over you. And no, gentle parenting is like still being stern and letting them know how it goes. And you do not stop until they understand, not just being like, oh, little Sammy's upset. Let me just let him keep doing that. Saw this TikTok about a woman and she was like, you can't be lazy and gentle parent. And she was talking about her child kept throwing her plate off of the little counter or whatever, off her high chair. And she's like, I tell her pick it up and she's like, no. She said, only say it once. She said, then I go grab her hand because she told her put it in the sink and she makes her pick it up, walks her to the trash can and she makes her physically do it and she's like now she knows when I say pick it up. Like that's gentle parenting. You don't have to smack them, but you have to get your ass up and actually show them that you're not playing. Like you have to have a sternness. Like you can't just be like letting the kid control you.
let me tell you something that I don't like about parenting, and this could be controversial. Y'all do what y'all want, but I don't like nobody that cuss at kids.
Oh, well.
I'm not cussing at mine. Don't cuss at my child.
Yeah.
Like people that cuss at my child, I will fight you. Like that is highly inappropriate. Like, no. One time somebody called Kinsley a wench. That's not even a terrible cuss word, but I about went the hell off. You don't talk to my child like that. I don't talk to my child like that. Absolutely not.
A winch is crazy. In this day and age is
A
crazy.
badass wench.
That's wild.
The old heads thinking that they can parent our kids the way they parented us. You left me with trauma. Don't fucking talk to my child like that. You're crazy. The fuck? Hey, that's
Yeah,
one thing that get me worked up. Cussing at
triggered.
children. They're
Triggered.
children. They don't understand.
Yeah, yeah. And that's one thing that I had to because I would tell you, I used to be like irritated with kids, like, and then I really had to digest like their brain is really developing. Like
Yeah, they're little.
they literally don't know, and you yelling is actually not helping. And like I understand you get aggravated, like you're gonna be like, I don't got no kids, but I already know
Because I'd be like,
because
then I get up.
but at least kids is older now. I think that's more important, like in the young stage of like actually explain. But when they're younger, like they legit don't know. It's like wild. And it's like, damn, you
They
really
don't,
gotta
and they
wait till
can't
that little
rationalize
brain
everything the
develop.
way we can.
What you say?
They don't, and they can't rationalize everything the way we can.
Yeah, it's sad actually. I be feeling bad. I'm like, they really going through it.
Yeah, they're just babies.
Woo!
I feel like also there has to be a healthy balance too when it comes to parenting. Like, because this, I talk about this all the time, but that hot and cold is really like detrimental to a child and it's detrimental to our developmental stages, and detrimental mentally because a parent who is screaming, yelling, cussing at me and beating me and then telling me they love me a minute later, like that's not normal. And then that will warp a child's brain into thinking that that is love and then they will accept that when they get older and that is not okay. And so I feel like it's very important to make sure you draw that fine line. Like, figure out how you want to parent your child. I know when I was pregnant, I developed a parenting plan. That was like one of the first things I did. This is what I am going to do with my child, and when I parent them, and this is what I'm not going to do. You know, I developed one for both a boy and a girl. One thing that I wasn't going to do for my boy, I wasn't going to get him circumcised. I had everything, everything written
When he
out.
was about to get teased.
Girl, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I know one of someone who got circumcised and it popped back out, and like years later, popped back out in like a normal, yeah. And then it had to get
Wait,
the
what
surgery
is
to
the
get.
history behind that? Like, I don't even think
I
I
don't know.
actually.
I don't know. I just remember like hearing what they give the baby, the little boys to sedate them, and it made me feel too guilty. I couldn't do it. Like it's essentially like sugar water, enough to like. But then you hear them screaming. Like they say it's equivalent to like a little girl getting her ears pierced. But I'm like, that's two different things.
Yeah, that
That
don't.
piercing's a pop.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids didn't even cry when you got her ears pierced. It was just a little pop.
I don't know. I actually don't even know like the background of like why they get circumcised. Like I literally need to go research it. It's like something I never even like thought about.
Thought about
I
it.
just know you tease niggas that's not circumcised. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean that's uncircumcised, I should say. But
They actually say when you get circumcised, it actually leads to more like bacterial issues. Like usually,
I thought
actually,
uncircumcised was dirtier because don't they gotta like peel it back? Okay, this is TMI.
yep. Oh yeah.
This
We about
is
to get flagged. I know a parent, like personally, that did not circumcise her son, and she's talked about the whole nine and keeping it clean and this, that, and the third, and
I really gonna have to do. I
you
guess
can
I
go to
really need to
medical
go to one.
school.
Tags. Maybe I will learn it.
Go to med
Okay,
school.
med school.
Hallelujah is the highest
That reminded me of the
praise.
game. That was such a good show.
Oh
Med
yeah.
school. Girl, Derwin.
Derwin and Melody.
No, I genuinely loved the game. I remember when it first came out, I was like, ew, this is stupid. And then when it got canceled, I watched reruns and I'm like, this is such a good show. Bring it
No,
back. No.
y'all want to know the best show? Like
What?
that is so relatable, and I could rewatch it to this
Being
day.
Mary Jane.
Being
How
Mary
did I
Jane.
know?
Being Mary Jane.
Woo!
I feel like I need to rewatch that right now
What?
in this season of my life. Being Mary Jane was so
That?
relatable. It made no sense.
Mm. That and then the first season of She's Gotta Have It on Netflix.
Watch that. Oh, that's with Issa Rae.
No, the
No?
a different girl. I can see why you get them mixed up. I forgot
Okay,
her name, but it's not Issa Rae. She's like has light eyes.
okay, I feel like I do remember this. Okay, yes.
You what's the movie? I forgot what it's called.
Was Issa Rae in the second season?
Not that I didn't care for the second season. I'm not gonna hold you, but the
Because there was a
first,
season with that. No, Issa Rae was never in the show. You're right. It was
yeah,
that
it's
girl. Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
I
She was
can't
the
think of
only
her name,
girl.
but being Mary Jane and she's gotta have it season one, like those two shows at one point was like this is too close to my life. Like
Yeah.
it was
It's a
top
little
tier.
too relatable.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
she's gotta have it. That was at the peak of like me like having different niggas and like this one. I'm not even kidding. And I literally was watching She's Gotta Have It. Like I really remember me and Green were like, this like your life. Like we was actually like, this is this guy, that is that guy. And watching it, I'm like, this is my I might have to rewatch that. But yes, being Mary Jane was she was that
Being
girl.
Mary Jane.
I need to rewatch it.
I do too. I feel like I looked it up not that long ago. I forgot what streaming services it said it was on. Maybe it was on like BET. Is
You gotta
BET
pay
Plus
for that
something?
because
I think so.
BET, why are you making us pay?
I think so. Let me look it up again.
We over here complaining about BET when all the rest of them make us pay. Why we complaining about BET? But get your coin, BET, I guess.
Let's see, because I actually might watch that. Paramount Plus and BET
Oh,
Plus.
okay. I think I okay. For some reason, it's like I delete Paramount Plus, and then for some reason, Paramount Plus pops back up that I have it. I don't know.
Paramount Plus was really hard for me to get rid of when I first had it, but when I got rid of it, I got rid of it. I'm
What's
gonna tell you that right
happening?
now.
I'm not gonna lie. I get it because I like watching The Amazing Race. Like that's one of the shows that.
They had an amazing race in DC this weekend.
Okay, stop.
That guy
But
went.
I don't feel like I would be good because I would get frustrated. Like when I can't figure something
You're
out.
on teams. You'll be fine.
But do you watch The Amazing Race?
Yes, but it's DC, so this is interactive. This ain't like we going through a jungle.
But it's complicated. Some of the stuff is tricky. And like if you mess up one piece of like a puzzle of figuring something out, you're set back like 3 hours. And if
Yeah.
you can't catch what you're doing wrong, something like that, I probably would start crying.
All right.
And then
Just
the
medicate
partners
before
start
you
getting
go.
mad. And when you went on there, we would be fucking arguing.
I actually really enjoy things like that. We had an amazing race one time at my previous job, and we were running through that school. Like they had us all over that campus. It was insane. We actually did.
Did Mr. Mac not do it with your class?
I don't remember. That
Oh.
was too long ago. But remember, I didn't stay there my entire career. I ended up leaving
Okay,
too.
yeah.
But I did it as an adult when I worked there, and it
Hmm.
was a lot of
It
fun.
was. Mr. Mac had that shit planned out, going to the different classrooms, this and that, and clearly Destiny was my partner. But I was like, she wasn't that good at math that much, but I literally was like so upset with myself if I didn't know the answer. I was like, oh my God. I don't even know if we
Yeah.
won. I don't remember who won. We might
I
have
can't
won.
remember who won the one that we did either.
But I don't know. But I just imagine myself being on the Amazing Race like real life, going to the different countries and can't speak the language, and I'm like, and then the way they drive in other countries, scary. Amazing Race was scary.
Yeah. I used to enjoy watching Naked and Afraid too.
Well, I met this guy and he had put me on. So when I watch it, I kind of, it's bittersweet. And then I started watching it with another guy. He was like, this our show. And I'm like, little did you know.
Is that the one? That's the one.
Hey, I don't know if you remember the guy I met in Vegas. Yeah.
Oh,
I started watching it with him. Then I started
That's not
watching it with the guy that I went off with the Cutwaters.
No, I was thinking about somebody completely different.
Yeah, but
Thinking about $900.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. 900 a month. 900 a month? Two jobs, same company? That's what I thought. I'm like, that was y'all show? Like, that's what my brain went.
Nah, we were watching.
Y'all were watching something because I remember he was like,
Yeah.
wait for me.
Because one thing about it, when I need to see the end of a show and it's not working out, I'm going to watch it without you. PSA. Thank you.
Public service announcement for those of y'all
PSA.
who don't understand.
It was a show with the yellow jackets. It was good.
That's on Netflix because I think I recently watched that.
Yeah, but then they had only the first season used to be on Netflix. Then the second season was on Paramount Plus. That's what happened. So now Netflix could have more than one season. I don't know, but it was good. It was a little
Yeah,
creepy.
it was on
It
Netflix.
was a
Yeah,
little creepy, but it was good. It
I
was a
watched like the
nice.
first two
It was
episodes.
a nice show to watch, like bunned up with someone, because it was like a little creepy. So it's like, ah, but
I think that's him pulling up outside
yeah,
now.
I. And the fact that he said, like I said, okay, hit me back up in July. I'm like, he probably like waiting. He probably like, I'm not going to do it right now because it's like the very beginning of July, but like
It's
probably,
July now.
yeah. But he probably like it's July 4th. It's a lot going on because I literally was like June is a busy month for me because June I'm doing something every weekend. My whole family is Gemini's, y'all. If y'all didn't know, but and I was like, we could figure that out in July if so. But I was hoping it would just kind of be like, yeah, leave me alone type thing. But he'll probably still hit me.
Sorry if you're watching
That's
this.
why
He
I'm gonna have bad karma because I'm over here being mean to someone that's like trying,
could be the man of your dreams.
but he's not. Because the man of my dreams, I know. It was too much of me leading. It was too much. I'm just cannot. It was turning into mommy. And then like asking questions about goals, and then like I know you're saying it because it's what I want to hear. Like that's what I'm saying. I knew that's what he was doing. Like I was like,
Where is he today?
because I don't.
No, like where is he in the world today?
Oh, up the street probably.
Actually, was
She
like
gonna send a text.
this was my thought process today. I was like, I really want to call somebody or like download that app where you pay people to do like house things.
Pass rabbit.
Yes, I can remember the name of it because I'm like, first of all, hanging pictures on them high ceilings. Like I'm not going up super high, but I have some like really large poster photos that need to be hung. I'm not doing that. So I was like, and my eye level to like, I was trying to explain this to my sister earlier. When I look at things, my vision is not straight. So like a square looks like a rhombus. Yeah, it's essentially the same thing, but like it's crooked. But it's pretty outside. So I knocked down a wasp nest out there. Them wasps nag. Or I had my sliding glass door
So
closed. So I
you
was so
playing?
scared. I was out there rocking my rock chair. But I was tired looking at the wasp. I was like, I'm knocking them down. But it's actually chilly in here. It must not be that hot outside.
Probably not, because
81.
it was all gloomy and rainy type. It didn't really rain, but it was supposed to rain. I just feel like it was gloomy. Like the sun wasn't shining today.
Yeah. Well, it did. It was sunny here, did it not?
It wasn't in DC.
Really?
Yeah, it was like it did get sunny at one point, but for a good portion of the morning, like because it rained a little this morning, so it was like gloomy.
It is so funny, like how close something can be up here, and the weather is drastically
Cause it
different.
don't
Like
be
that is
that
crazy.
close. It's like on Google Maps, the shit is like 3 miles away, but in reality, that shit is like 35
An
minutes away.
hour. I told you that traffic up here be terrible. I'm gonna tell you right now,
And then
traffic terrible, traffic terrible.
cars,
People can't drive up here.
get out of the left lane if you literally have no intentions on actually speeding.
Just drive with a dead inspection sticker
Not
in the way.
not just going the speed limit in the left lane. If you not about to roll, get the fuck over in the right lane. Like I'm actually tired of it. Like sometimes I drive to work and someone's in the left lane holding it up on that horn when I pass. Cause get the fuck out the way, out the left lane. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
people can't drive up
it's
here. It's
so
actually
annoying.
crazy.
Then
Just be
just
cutting
driving
people off.
slow.
No turn signals.
Y'all, I got my first ticket. My
Mm.
first ticket, as I'm telling people to speed, but my first. As soon as I got back from Arizona, I literally told Nee, I said, it say I'm gonna get home in 23 minutes. I didn't realize I'm this close. And 3 tickets because my tent was dark. He gave me 1 for speeding, 2 for my tent.
He could have let you go for that.
Trifling. Mm.
He actually could have let you go.
First ticket.
Y'all, Mel
What?
Mel was speeding, got a ticket for her tent. Y'all, my other cars, I have 2 cars, but my other car literally has been screaming on its own, won't stop screaming, horn just a honking, doors unlocking. I went to my car today. We went like for like a little stroll or whatever. I was walked outside and was like, who unlocked my car? As soon as I opened the door, And I was like, who's gonna help me this time? There's someone to help me. That white man looked at me. He kept right on going. He's like, absolutely not.
Trifling.
Because I think he thought I was like legit breaking in. He just kept looking at me and was like, she must be breaking in that
Oh,
car. But I'm like, no, it's my car. I just, because he probably was like, she's getting out this car, going over and messing with that car. Like he probably was sketched out,
okay,
but
fair
he just
enough.
kept looking back like to see what I was doing. I was like, my
But I
car.
personally wouldn't necessarily think that. I would be
Yeah,
like,
but this is like the community is, a little put together. So he probably like, we don't have that type of crime over here.
y'all, I had car problems, so I went and got a new car.
Yes, got to. You got to do what you got to do.
Imagine getting stuck in DC traffic. It's a big fear to like be the one holding up traffic in DC. I don't know. I couldn't wrap my head around like my car had started acting crazy like it didn't want to go and I was like, "Hell no." I like pushed it. I drove it to work twice like that. And then I had to leave work early. And I was like, I got to get a new car cuz and I didn't want to put the money in to like fix a car. I just had would have rather get a brand new car cuz it was about time. And my new car genuinely does make me feel happy, like going to get in it. Cause I got a panoramic sunroof. And I really be when it's the sun not beaming, as soon as that sun calm down, I open that bitch.
Nothing like a sunroof.
Oh my gosh. And I don't
We're really the new adults.
get
Our parents would tell us, you don't need no sunroof. No, we do need a sunroof.
yes, because first of all, the man at the dealership kept trying to get me to not get the car that I have, and I'm like, I want the one with the panoramic sun. The amount of times I had to tell him that I want the one with the panoramic sunroof, like, stop playing with me. But we worked it
We
out.
heard you loud and clear.
Yes, and because it's funny because I every car I've had has had like the little sunroof, and you always be like, I love a sunroof. I'm like, nee,
No, I do.
I hate this little thing. I don't give a fuck. But now that big ass
But I was coming from a convertible. Remember, I had a convertible. So
yeah,
my
but
top was never up when I had my
yeah,
convertible.
but the little sunroof don't do shit for me. I don't.
But I like the sun. Me and Mel were talking earlier. Mel was like, she doesn't like when it's like
Oh
the sun is like beaming on her, it makes her
yeah.
sick. But I personally enjoy like sitting in the sun
Nee
and just
said she
being
sit
like,
there with no umbrella on a beach
yes, like I enjoy just being hot and like,
for
yeah,
hours,
like that's me. I really love laying in the sun.
baking in the
Laying
sun.
by the pool and just in the sun is my thing.
Hell
That's my
no.
jam here
Give
lately.
me the umbrella. I literally have one of those little pop up tents.
I mean, you need an umbrella for your phone because your phone will overheat in
I
the
need an
sun. But
umbrella
like,
for me.
I don't know, it's something about getting dark. Y'all, I've been making my own DIY skin
Why
tint.
did I just spit?
Sorry, I had to think about what I was gonna say. I was about to say sunscreen tint.
I
I've
thought
been
you
making
were
my
about to say
own.
something stupid. I'm not going.
No, I've been making my own DIY skin tint. So like, I can get as dark as I want because all I gotta do is just go get another color.
Okay, so
I have it on today. It's very light.
are we
I
going
mean,
to
it's been on
trademark
all day though.
this?
Hmm.
Are you going to sell this?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Sorry guys.
Nah.
It's only a
Y'all be
new
all right.
exclusive for herself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
I don't want them
She
to know what type of
gatekeeping too.
Okay, pay me. You want it? Pay
You
me.
can
$100 per bottle.
host a master class.
Actually, probably good. But it's very simple. You put the lime in the
Okay.
coconut.
Bye. Bye. Hey, you know that song
Sorry.
by Swayze? What was it? Was that their name?
What was it? What song? No.
I will be my wait, I said that Corona and lime. My main squeeze.
Hold on. I slightly remember. Sing it again.
Okay, that's enough singing.
Oh my God. Sing it again.
No,
Hi, go.
I can't sing. It was called
Hold
Corona
on.
and Lime
Why does that ring
by
a bell?
Swayze. It was a black man and a white guy. But that was my song. And I will be your main squeeze. Your main squeeze.
Hold on. Let me mute it so I can hear it before we get flagged.
Okay. As you unmute it. Woo! And when I first
How can I forget I'm adding this to my playlist?
it was so good. But when I first heard it, I thought it was Gym Class Heroes. I think that's why I really liked it because I love Gym Class. I was in love with Travie McCoy at one.
Look at my girlfriend.
Like I don't.
Y'all, one of my favorite things to do is add like a little
Soon as
twang
we
to
get to
twang.
the end of the podcast, it's like it goes left. But Yes,
Yeah.
I thought it was Gym Class Hero, but Travis McCoy,
He's a very attractive
he
man.
is in like
He
when I
is.
went to college in Kentucky, this is like a distant memory. There was like this mixed guy with dreads and he was well locks, let me say locks. Sorry. But he was like so artsy and he was so attractive and we called him the cool dude, like me and my friend Dana. And we were like, we seen the cool dude. Like when I passed him, I literally used to be tense. Never talked to him in my life. Don't even know his name. But
Where's he at? I was going to say, where's he at today?
wouldn't know. And he the type that wouldn't even have social media, not even kidding.
Mm.
And but he literally reminded me of Travis McCoy. I don't know, but I was in love with that man and didn't say a word to him.
If you're watching this and you remember my friend from
He
Kentucky, please
wouldn't. He
comment.
probably ain't pay my ass no mind. But yeah, we call him cool dude. He literally had the headphones on and would just be walking.
A
Good
vibe.
times. Good times. Okay, that's my main squeeze.
And I will be your main squeeze. How could I forget that
It was so
song?
good. Too good.
Wow.
Throwback.
I recently just downloaded Too Late to
Oh, I did love
Apologize.
that.
I don't know why,
The
but
Fray, right? No.
no, One
Oh,
Republic.
yeah, One Republic. One
The
Republic.
phrase, how to save a
Okay,
life,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where did
Look at
I
the train.
go wrong? I love the fray.
Loud.
I actually saw this video on TikTok not that long ago when a black girl was at a concert for the fray, and girl got called all these racial slurs by like people in the crowd. She was like, I was not expecting this. I thought black people listened to the fray, and I'm like, we do. I mean, I loved them growing up.
I mean, I got a couple of their songs, but I ain't gonna say I'm a diehard fan or nothing, but I got a couple of their
It's a
songs.
little baby on now.
Okay, everyone. But I actually saw a clip on TikTok talking about when Jay-Z headlined forgot what festival. It was like a rock festival. But then the first year Jay-Z was like on top of his game, he headlined it. The guy from Oasis, the one that sings Wonderwall. Anyway, so he's like talking this shit, talking about I think the sales gonna go down, blah 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 blah. And because Jay-Z's headlining, like, because Jay-Z was like the first rapper and it was usually a rock concert, Jay-Z comes out with a guitar singing their song. The crowd, and apparently it was like the highest amount of people came that year, actually, which was funny. And Gastonberg, something like that. That's what it was called. Something with a G. But anyway, he literally like played the guitar and was like, he showed their asses. It was actually pretty like, oh, you
I
trolling.
never heard of this.
Yes, I just saw it on TikTok not that long ago because Doechii actually performed there this year. I forgot. It's something with a G. But
Is this the festival that got canceled or something?
no, well, Doechii performed there, so I'm
Oh, okay.
assuming not. But I was like, how funny. And he literally trolled them and the crowd went wild. Like to perform their song because you said he can't do it. Like,
No, they was punching air.
yeah, back.
Punching nothing but air.
Okay, okay.
Girl, you know I like to people watch. I like to be nosy.
Okay. Should we wrap up? We have an hour and 15. We don't want to make.
Yeah. I mean, the vast majority of the end was just the yapping.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We hope y'all enjoy our yap sessions. It happens at the end of every episode. We should like give that segment a title.
We started yapping. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
As always, we appreciate you guys for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe. We are streaming on YouTube, Spotify, and I promise one day we'll be streaming on Apple Music.
Yo,
I just had a lot going on
we've been saying that
and
since
just taking
episode
trips
3.
and ain't been available. I'm
Hey,
sorry. So
everyone calm down. But yeah.
we just been busy.
You know, but we're
You
back.
get a trip. You get a trip. You get a trip. Everybody
You
gets
just
a
gotta
trip.
pay for it.
You just gotta pay for it.
Right.
Solo group.
But you know, a bit of chaos. We'll be sponsored one day.
Yeah. Sorry. Yep. We will. We would have been sponsored if we didn't take that 2-week hiatus, but
Yeah, our TikTok, we was trying to get a little leeway. It was getting there. It's usually these
lagging it.
clips that get the most traction. People don't like what I have to say, clearly.
Well, I don't think so.
Y'all hate me? Okay.
Do y'all like me? Because actually,
We see the
just because a
star.
clip get a like or two,
We see the star of the show.
ain't no star. This is a group effort.
Factually.
And I just feel like people like I feel like, yes, there are some instances where people enjoy like real life talk. Okay, sorry guys. The train came. I got excited. For those of you who don't know, I love trains. I wanted to be a train conductor. Bye. I'm signing off. Signing off, but the chaos continues since Mel wanna the chaos never ends, whatever we
Yeah,
say,
because look
since
at
Mel
you
wanna laugh.
messing up now.
'Cause I love
Because I was
trains.
literally, I was like, damn, my mom called, and then I closed up my notes app, and I have it
Oh,
on there. Because
my phone was
I
dying
looked
anyway,
over and I
so
was like, damn, I closed it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode in our 2 weeks hiatus. We're sorry, we won't do it to you guys again. We'll be
nah.
prepared. We're going to start filming more than one episode so we have one in the bank.
Everybody is stationary now, we're good. We don't have any more trips coming up. Or do we?
I'm going to
Oh, I do have another
Miami.
trip. Oh, I do have a trip coming up.
When, okay. Well, I got
We'll
time.
work around it.
Yeah, I got
We'll work
time
around it.
until my hot trip.
Yes, we love you. We're so grateful. We appreciate you.
Each and every one of you. Guys, literally 2 of our videos on YouTube have reached 74 views, and I genuinely.
And shout out to the haters, because I know y'all be watching and talking shit. It's the best part. Thanks for the views.
Okay, I don't have any haters.
I don't either.
Just kidding. I don't even think
They hate on their own, I guess.
I actually don't think they're haters. I think it's like a slight projection thing of like feeling like they can't do stuff and like seeing us like do it, because making a podcast, which aka you don't want to do most of the work, but like being
You wanna talk?
consistent to even make it to this amount of episodes is a lot.
It is consistent. Nephew here. Come in, nephew.
All
Come say
right,
hi.
bye.
Okay, get off the couch.
Because I'm about to hang up.
Because he getting ready to jump over my damn here.
Because,
You can't even see him. It's so dark in here.
but yeah, I do feel like some people watching just to be like,
Yeah.
eh.
But again, people have never seen us in like real life.
And that was another thing. I genuinely do think people don't get to see. Some people do not have a best friend. Like they really crave having a best friend where you can like chit chat and really bounce things off of each other and like tell someone any and everything, because the things Nee shares with me, the details I don't need, the details that I don't need. It's crazy. But I don't even pay it any mind because I just know it's her. But
I'm a very detailed person.
in detail, like I don't even try to be secretive or anything, but it's just like I just don't say stuff like Nee. I don't
Even
even
when I
know.
tell stories, I like to add I want you to feel all
Yeah, I'd
five
be
of your
like,
senses.
Nee, you literally didn't have to say that.
Yeah, you need to see what I see, taste what I tasted.
But I don't.
Sorry.
But yeah. Anyway, I think some people really do like get a glimpse of what it's like to have a best friend. That's why I feel like some people would really like take to our podcast. Like I do feel like some people from our hometown are listening just to be like, eh. And then I do think we genuinely have more people that love us. What?
I was making a face at the camera.
But I do think we genuinely have more people that love us. But regardless, all views count as the same. Hey, at the
It's a
end of the
paycheck.
day.
It's just a paycheck.
Yeah, because eventually then they're gonna be on our Patreon, like
Yeah, because we might say your name.
name dropping's wild.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do up on. Yeah. I love giving people their flowers. And if you did me wrong,
What if it's bad? What if it's just a thorn bush? I come in peace. It's just I don't have any smoke. It's just old men that keep trying to re-enter my life. Those are the only people I got smoke with. I don't have no beef with anyone. It's just old niggas popping up. You won't leave me alone. Trying to have
tis the season.
threesomes.
All right, let's end this
Thank
right
you.
now. He gonna be up on here like they was talking about me.
And he probably would never say it because of the embarrassment.
Well, yeah, he ain't gonna say it publicly, but he gonna call that phone.
He don't even know I have this podcast.
Actually, he didn't help us, or he ain't help me, so
He ain't helped me.
I needed the help more.
He apparently be taking.
We needed the help
He
more.
be taking bitches doing this and that. I don't get anything.
All right. But they piece together the puzzles.
Who?
The ones that's watching. Girl, you know she'd be up on here watching.
I live a wild life. I live a wild life. We was just talking about another nigga on this same episode. That's up the street. You don't know who I'm talking.
You know he watching.
Nee, not all these people are watching.
He damn sure watching. He'd be like, I gotta see what she's doing. I gotta be relatable. Oh, she has Adele on her back. Oh, Adele's on her vinyl wall. Do you like Adele? Adele's coming to DC. Would you like to go? 30.
I made a TikTok today because I drove home and wait, which song? How did I forget the name?
Come on now, Mel. Get it together.
How did I forget? Because I do love I Drank Wine, but let me tell you, Adele did her big one. Can I not spell? How you can't find Adele?
Adele?
My phone tripping. I'm sorry, it just taking a long time.
I'm
Okay,
holding on.
To Be
Sorry.
Loved. Have you really listened to it?
I've listened to that entire album, but I don't think I've
Go
actually sat
back.
down and digested it.
I'm not even kidding. Listen to Be Loved, please.
We'll be up all night.
I drove home today. I literally made a TikTok about it. I'm not kidding. And that song came on. I was like, I don't know if I never paid attention to the lyrics. It hit so hard, Nee. It's deep.
Okay, I'll re-listen
And
to
then
it.
I'm just thinking she made this when she turned 30, like it's 30.
She
Like I'm like,
did.
this is the
All of her albums are like named
yeah,
after numbers,
at what
yeah,
age?
or her age
But I'm
at the
like,
time.
that's why 30 made it to the wall. I had to rearrange the wall, you guys. But Solange had to stay. But I'm telling you, because
I actually have Intergalactic on display right now for
I
me.
didn't put that up. I just had too many other things
I
to put
love
up.
it.
Because I,
I don't want to open it either.
why? It's cheap. Buy two then.
I
The
am.
only one I am not opening up is my Forest Hills Drive 10-year anniversary. That's the only one. Because y'all know I love.
I just ordered Division.
Somehow.
Somehow I lost the vision. I'm not like y'all. No, no lie. When I first
His
discovered Division,
name,
he put out that song "Too Deep." I thought his name was DVSN. Then Mel met this guy. He was like,
no,
Mel said something, and he
no,
was like, "You mean Division?" And when Mel told me that, I was shook.
Nee. I literally was, he was like, do you listen to Division? No. Who is that?
It's DVSN.
Girl, mind blown.
Division.
Division, you needed to put out a PSA or something. I don't know, because that was
Love me some
that was
Division.
crazy. But yes, I might have to play Adele tonight. I'm not kidding. 30?
I actually can't find my vinyl record cord.
You big tripping.
I know. I don't know where it is. I've
Actually
been looking.
bought a new speaker too, and that made a big difference.
Oh, that's what I meant to tell you. I did get a speaker.
Which
I did.
one?
I got the one
I
that
feel like getting
connects
mine up. Mine
um
looked like the little old school thing. I'm not gonna lie.
the Marshall.
When I ordered it, I thought it was gonna be a bigger looking stereo, but it's like this. But it's
It's
amazing.
got good bass.
Yeah, but I will say it doesn't sound as staticky like how my other speakers sound when I play the record. So it's like more smooth. I don't know. It's a different feel, but I think
Does it
I'll
have the
go.
old school feel?
Yeah, I think I'll go back and forth between my speakers because sometimes that one kind of sounds a little too smooth, a little bit, just a little. I need that little rickety like sound. Not that much. That sounds like a broke down car. Girl, I'm about to put that Adele on because that I Drank Wine, that hit a little hard too.
Adele.
Cause 30 between um a seat at the table and 30 by Adele, those two are like defining my 30s. Did ass.
Yeah.
Both of
A
them.
seat at the table is a classic.
And I didn't get it at first.
You didn't?
Like it didn't resonate. I'm telling you, when I had my
Oh,
like breakthrough, that's when I was like, Solange.
girl,
What?
I was crying to Solange at 24 years old, 23 years old, just sitting in my car crying, listening to Solange,
Old
driving.
stuff like Losing You and stuff like that. But it's just kind of like, oh, I'm putting this on. But now it's like I feel it.
No, A Seat at the Table was one of my
I
highest played
feel it.
albums
No,
that year.
I wasn't woke then. Even
I mean, I don't think I was either. I was young, but I just maybe I wasn't, just wasn't aware. But I was also like running away from home. Let's just say that. So
but
I spent a lot of time in the
that makes
car.
sense. But even cuz like I feel like Cranes in the Sky and Don't Touch My Hair, you didn't have to be like woke to be like these songs are amazing like
Mm-mm.
those two, but like now I appreciate the whole body of work. Like even having her snippets of Master P in there. And I'm
Yeah,
like, who would have thought like this was what Master P was talking about? Because I do remember when he used to be like, we need to start doing this, doing that. But you're like, I just want to hear music about shaking
he
ass.
was always a businessman.
Yes, like when he came out with the rap chips and
Was.
stuff, and it's like we didn't understand, like he's like telling us what to do, but like no one was listening because we were like, we're shifting to the other side. I actually saw someone say like, I forgot who I was watching, but they were talking about how Lil Wayne had like so much influence and he like didn't use it for good.
And look at him. I ain't gonna get sued.
But I still that old Lil Wayne
I like Lil Wayne. I didn't care too much for the new album
girl, I
though.
ain't listen to it because
I listened to one
we
song
in
and it was a
different
turn off.
places, you know. I'm
Yeah.
on a J
I still be
Cole vibe.
listening to Blunt Blowing. I ain't gonna lie. I play
Cause
that every day.
I'm
Ain't
a
never blew a
blunt
blunt a day in my
blowing,
life.
polo draw showing.
I don't give a lovely muff. Ass nigga with my.
I I love something you forgot. Like I
Okay.
have to keep that shit on fucking SoundCloud.
All right.
It's not anywhere.
SoundCloud is crazy.
That's
I
the
still have
only place
SoundCloud
I
too. I ain't
can
gonna lie.
listen to it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. And PMW. I ain't gonna say the real world.
We really used to be Lil Wayne fans. This is
Wait,
wild. This is what an
putting it
era.
on MySpace.
Yeah.
Waiting for the
I
drop.
remember when a Millie dropped and I was trying to rap that joint.
A Millie. No, I had it. Started off. Me to the verse. That's
So you want me to skip ahead?
I'm trying to think because I probably can spit it if I know how it starts.
You dig? A millionaire. I'm a
Oh,
young money
millionaire,
millionaire.
tougher than Nigerian hair.
Hey, keep
We
going. Why you
can't. We're
stop?
gonna get copyright.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, he might actually sue us.
Yeah, you was just talking
He
about him.
gives sue material.
Remember when it was like he got 3 little dreads?
I saw him live actually in DC before a few years
We
ago.
saw him at Dreamville.
Yeah, we did see him at Dreamville. His show at though in DC was actually pretty good. Them dreads were hanging on by a thread. I'll tell you that right now. Y'all see them locks back there?
If he stopped putting that damn blonde in it, I'm confused.
No, because dyeing your locks will damage them. So I only dyed, for those of you who don't know I have locks, I dyed just a handful. Man, them things had weak spots.
Yeah.
They grew out now. I never dye my hair again.
First of all, as my hair black as hell, I am usually a light colored girly, but that shit damaged. And
So
I
damaging.
literally, I'm not kidding. The other day, I was like, do I want to say fuck it and just dye it back blonde?
If I decide to shave my locks off, I probably would do it again.
Drop
But
in
you
the
know,
comments. Should we dye our hair?
I get a thrill out of shaving my head. It's
We
fun.
know, girl, because knee just pop up.
Shave it and grow it
Bald
out.
headed. Yo, the word bald headed is so funny to me.
Bald headed
Ain't
scallywag.
got no hair
Bald
in the
headed
back. Jailed
bald
up,
headed hoe.
weaved up.
Okay, I gotta tell y'all something. I I know we said we was gonna sign off, whatever, but I just want to add this right here. I don't know what that girl's name is, Pluto something, but she'd be like, "I'm talking about in it." Like, I actually vibe with that. That is ratchet. I'm gonna tell you right now. I be in the car, can't get no Lululemon out there, something. That Lululemon.
Oh, I don't even want to call her ratchet, but
Who? Who?
Ken the Man,
Oh, she okay. She had a
she coming
song
to
not that long
DC
ago that I
too.
downloaded.
Her crowd might not be for me, but I really would enjoy her show. But her crowd might be rough. But her songs play that shit. She talk
Yeah.
her shit.
Period. Poo.
She do what she need to do. Okay.
Nah, I be out here rapping.
No, you know,
I'm in my rap era.
you know. I'm telling you, more and more rappers it be getting on the back wall. I be trying to keep singers up there, but you know me.
I be in my rap
You
era.
know me. But
Period.
because I just can't
Period.
stay away. It's in our blood.
Yeah, we were raised in the streets. Were we or not?
No, I low key was. But
I
not in
actually
the
was not.
streets in the sense like fending for myself type stuff, but
The
like,
boys always watched out. So
huh?
I said, and the boys always watched out.
Yeah, but I just feel like we definitely, well, I don't know about you. You said you was a suburban girl at this point, but I definitely it was like the ghetto, like it for sure. The apartments was the
You lived
ghetto.
in the ghetto?
Riverwood?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. That was forbidden territory for me.
Yeah, we here we go, suburban black girl.
The fact that my mom was like, no. I'm like, why? But then as I
And
got
she
older,
hang
like
around the people.
I understood. I couldn't go over there for sleepovers, but they could come over to my house, like, and it was not all the time. It was every so often, but yeah,
It really was everyone, but at that point, everyone knew everyone. So it wasn't like nowadays where it's like you don't know the people.
yeah. But also, my mom grew up over there, so I think that was part of the reason why she was like, no. Like,
Uh,
she lived over there too. And then once she got out of there, I think it was like, y'all ain't going back. Like, we're not going back over there. But she
Understandable.
didn't live there with us or
It's
whatever.
like
So,
crazy to like try and get your kids out of stuff, but then not actually be a good parent. Like,
yeah,
I don't understand how that works.
it typically doesn't actually. I might be one of the rare forms.
Well,
I'm gonna
you're
be
not
honest
even
with
then.
you.
Your ass had to heal.
Yeah, like it doesn't work.
Yeah, like
Remember I told you we do everything that our parents did.
not me, but yeah.
Yeah, essentially. Subconsciously.
I do some stuff like that my
It's
mom does,
identical
but
to your mom. Yeah.
I'm a 180 like from my mom. Like
And unfortunately, I can't comment on my dad because
uh,
we don't know anything about him.
I
Yeah.
mean, I ain't bro.
Like,
I see my dad some weekends, sporadic weekends, but nothing like.
yeah. It's kind of hard to tell whether I act like my dad or not.
I,
I'm talking about in it.
yeah, we ain't gonna get. That's a different episode, but
Indeed.
okay. I guess we can wrap it up. We got to a minute.
Oh, guys, sorry. We do this every
I
time.
know, and they probably.
15 minutes later.
All right, bye, you guys, for real.
Wait, that is not how we got. You gonna say, all right, bye, you guys?
Because
We
we
got to do it again. Okay.
already had an ending in the middle at one point.
All right, sorry, we gotta do it again. Sorry, guys. I know we said we was gonna log off, but you know how they go. We're certified yappers. So as always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you follow us on Spotify and then eventually Apple Music. I'll let y'all know. I know I said it was coming last week and the week before that and the week before that and the week before that, but it just ain't come. But it'll be here now. And we appreciate you. We love you. Signing off.
And the chaos never ends.